Opposition leader Andrew Foy was prompt with his reaction to the midterm government performance report, calling it failed. Kathy Richards tells us more.
Failed is how leader of the opposition and chairman of the Virgin Islands Party VIP sums up the accomplishment of the NDP government of the Virgin Islands. Appearing on the Speak Up BVI radio talk show aired recently, subsequently circulated in a press release, Honorable Foy said the government of the day has failed in terms of transparency, accountability, conflict of interest, and good governance.
Bills incurred by this NDP government are either not being paid, or not being paid in a timely manner. Projects cannot be completed. Programs are being discontinued. Institutions are suffering for the lack of funding. These are not signs of a healthy financial company, nor a healthy financial government. The UK has now appointed personnel to each of the 7 primary posts and more are pending. $30 million is still unaccounted for at the PAIR project. $7 million flew out of our Treasury's doors without any accountability for an airline. And now we have fights and not flights. The constitutionally required audits of the territory's finances for the past 6 consecutive years are still not produced to the House of Assembly. The increase of government elected officials receiving major government contracts or services without going through any credible and transparent process has allowed conflict of interest to now seem acceptable and within the confines of good governance. Increased advantages through pecuniary interest has also now been accepted as a norm for elected government officials. The illegal transfer of $8 million from a loan approved by the House of Assembly to do, among other things, the Eastern Longlook Sewage Project. Without the approval of the House of Assembly, these funds were transferred to the Cruise PAIR project, and to date, no accountability of how these funds were spent. The sudden increase of every tax known to man has created undue hardship to the business community. The continuous blatant disregard and disrespect for the protocols for effective financial management, especially in regards to projects.
In itemizing those issues, Foy said that he is not searching for ills of the NDP government, but finds it troubling that he has been on the backs of the government continuously to have these issues addressed to no avail. He insists that it is time, quote unquote, we must get our house in order, something he said the VIP is positioning itself to do.
The Virgin Islands Party is in its advanced stages of rebuilding. We must determine if we can continue along the road of reduced income and increased expenditures. The answer is obvious. But the reality of the measures to correct the trend must be examined now. However, if the NDP government failed to recognize the dire state of our financials, then how can they be expected to offer solutions or programs which will get us to a position of strength once again? Everyone is aware that our financial services is under a global attack. We must stabilize both our financial services and tourism product. But most important, we must diversify our economy. Our new Virgin Islands Party team is emerging.
A brighter future is ahead for the territory with the Virgin Islands Party, claims the opposition leader. For JTV News, I'm Kathy Richards.